Wono buya tora point out TV gente ke mo so biro rante binga astoko genda wrong ni. Kia garanchi?
Tuachire wrong konyoru Monte Street kumwancha na kumunyoma. Without history, without investigation.
Bono.
Tote biri ko musacha.
Na njire tunga na bongo itachingo kwa garo.
Toigeti ko musacha iko bono. Tote biri no musacha ari ga no musacha no.
Ni nachiri.
Oko nachwa, there is something I want you to understand.
Ine wabere gukurigia nga yura nyore ebintu bya nyumba buna bono chimesa amo nebirugo elio enyumba yao esaserie Neyland Furniture nalio lichibuli yao.
Mr. Obino. Ati mnango na hang out na endo chingo na konga ini ande mpango. Kana kuiko katera kwa sagero kurukunga ENYUOMO NENSENSI.
ENYUOMO NENSENSI.
ENYUOMO NENCHINGA.
I think na gotegerei.
Enchekura gotegerande. At some point na ngo go in dispute na goroko. But over time I think I'm an ENYUOMO NENSENSI. And it might think kito ikere okay, you accepting ENYUOMO NENSENSI. But it's I think ya very abai bori baito ko sego chumaga na very ngoranga ikitariendo kiarenge common kiarenge kiatakiro na no kwanu ke kwanu. ENYUOMO NENSENSI. What's your take?
It depends on perception nga kiokorora. Onye gentun kerense ye yansu n'ENYUOMO. Onye gentun kero abantu babwenete komenya no bwanje no bomo n'ENYUOMO. Ikero nyatari ENYUOMO ya kangatoyo. Onye isata nyomete nyoko kangatoyo. Na bandi bonsi kangantokole tiki. Kangantoyo. So ENYUOMO the value igere nene kubwa konyeruke nsensi. Obo sensi oboninu this younger generation. Abantu ababake mwakina chisukuru mutakiniwa na nsoni asichigekire asubu ENYUOMO bakwate kiboigeke. Maete ekara antu bagukina. Let me give you my cultural perspective. Family was so organized. Ceremonies were so organized and everybody attended ceremonies. Everybody community na relatives amate yange elieri same grandfather and many houses nabakungu abange bantango chabarengiamo ceremonies associated with your life. Uno mwana akwiburwa a ceremony. Uno mwana akoerwa erieta a ceremony. Uno mwana akwarukibwa a ceremony. Uno mwana akonyoma a ceremony. No konyomoko all these ceremonies had procedures. Chiarengi communal. Chiarekoreta people together. From that there was a lot of respect for each other. There was respect for people with old age. There was respect for the younger. Yani amasikani iga igekire asoko kina kwao. Ebinte mwabitigire na kiokorukire ENYUOMO NENSENSI. ENYUOMO njanja ko bansensi. Ige kubwati na kikwanye swa. ENYUOMO I am still giving you the cultural perspective. ENYUOMO kare yarendire. It was near to sacredness. Ekera Bible bagukuriri mukungu omonene ukumubucha igu.
Kuratika kwanza. Ikorigeri gungo nga approve.
But that was the norm. The issue of love ye mwareta na erekogera mukwengenta. Because yoketo no mukungu uyu nere bweka bone gento kiri go feel na love. Love yo mugusi yare gocha ekero mwana ibuiru. Mwana ranire.
Mr. Obino na kiboneta abensensi zaidi akarota etemenye no muntu ndigiri.
Au no boliri bwino bochakirete.
Ngira ngora.
Iso na nyoko mbare gukurigeri gento kebe. Bona ye wachira wasokire street moinari. Kwa umeiro musubati. Tumanyeti nyina, tumanyetise, lakini ase nchabu ati miuringia na endo se kaino kwa kagwanji, kwa ncha kaino, wada kwa manya kwa kolege ntu mwachaka koreta nga fall in love. Mwasa wanachinamba. Matukabira atatu mwabwatanire, okomenire, nae kwa momenire, bono mwamenanire, bono mwabeire, nga bono omwigwete mwanywomanire. It was not like that. naende eyo nabeko bensensi because tumaiti background ya muntu uyu naye tamaiti background yao harmony and cohesiveness nyomba terigoja kobo. Are you getting my narrative? No nyugwete iso na nyoko igo bari gokora research through esigani bagenda baitona bamanyana uyu ng'ayi arwete uyu tugoja kunyomerigu ngesa kukieki ise na ng'ina ningo ng'ayi barwete by the time mwagocha goikiwa asore history yaye imanyire and there is already harmony and because of the communal nature of growth yomochi aseng'encho abantu bari gukinamu yamanyekana na umwana onyaberebe obeire dedicated to umwana onyare abo bono amasikani ayo achaka gosoa gagu negotiations chiachaka abantu bakana eyu nero yarenge enyuomo rero ukumuka oyu gagu icho bwata kabesa mwagenda nani mwachaka gukora agantu kanda kariri sana narora
karakiaka
mwaenda gusina hoteli mwasaba ebiru
ogosaba endagira ne wine
ero ana mwamanya koba not in your normal senses
ewene ria igora maisa ndabira atatu gujuma
bono ni nabantu
kwaranga
mwama uchaka nyoma nenchi
lakini go sirene na asense yekire bonika ntachikorigi baba nkanchikorigi nyare benga nanyorro mwana sobe kari go semeru go sekare nyamarambe ngana ande ntari tata ona ngakimuchiko tata kanda mucheki umuntu uri nakoroka usinga ikisobere
and that is why nyoma yabere nchinga
bono
those failures are being brought in na environmental adaptations chinya chitabwatie source chitari African yani nabongo moto komerera igora tima this no nyigwete. You see when you don't go back to your parents you are broken the root root ya aye nyoko na iso that is where you have come from. You are a fruit of your parents. Wana ayo taete oliye fruit igora utamanyitie meri yaye you just eat. How? No nyigwete kusi
nakwegure ento tokwenacha lakini rende abantu begase chinyome chitokwanera abantu bararora abange bare usangi buna nchende very willing and dedicated korosie family.
Yes.
Wasangi chinga kichane chekire.
Yes.
Maybe asinge chinga kichia chenchiri ebintu bya chenchiri na bonta agende route but nanyo rumus bati gigenere ore buya ntakire kunywa
ore buya in what sense? Umunyakieni physical
umusbati ungo physical nero na ngomatero mugambe
na kingo kubuli
physically are beautiful.
Yes.
Kwa sangire ko kumurangiri ngai ngo tegana mannerism biere
behavior
biere
ngaki wakora kwamanya behavior because you know behavior yomuntu takes a long time for somebody to know na kibali bari gokorera kind of investigation na ende behavior yomuntu nkorekanira asaba ibuli baye baramanya abaibuli aba emeri yabo nereri omori bakonyora goikotu are effect no muntu uyu guchikoego ayibono okumurigereria amonto tago pretend ko bomuyo goikanyomba agwonjokere
ndega thenda akubori kare go dating kware ko mwa go date ngakibono
ngaki date ninki
go date ukora rana nyuma motra nyuma na
ngaki moko rana that is abnormal. Yani utagito ko ibintu bitwe sigititeri gotwate taratu ekere gotwate nekero ya beire gotwaterwa irinde bintu bito you see nakibono ndagote
tiga kongira magitomono
ekero ngakinda ekerorano nkiarengo that is the form of date nekero gocha kworo kiuna ori wachorerwe neruyu
morore wachorerwe ntora igwana nkongira ni ori pakoko chorerwe lakini na monchorera mogo tigande tinere ndabuta nere ni toben tolinje bueka na nyumba mwane turabuta iga na inche masome kivyangu na yabanga no
kiogo soma bagaka batarasoma
hano mbionzi mura soma na mutayo soma
kiogo soma
tingora manyo sina bwata aramo mogongo
arameiwe enchera nere yari kumanywa tari eyo tagete nenchera yari kumanywa nenchera ere focused nyerinde marriage yawe tekora ki tesarika
okay
eyo tagete kobeke ya eyo kumanya gusoma gongo eyo sari marriage
na kiko yesariki agera after all
ikeba no gukora ibintu bita bikogenda na opposite of requirements eri yari kukubind eyo no teri binding
Mr. Obino ogo date go ngana ndi nabo korarete anyway sugumire kerea taria kerero kisasa
Kisasa is okay, but Kisasa. You see, we are not moving with it, and our culture, yani, it is enchera tu atigire what was important and of value in our cultures to aminyokeire this modernity na biasari. No wana abantu abandi bako baletere ibi mbabwate chinsoni sobo. The things they cannot do. Lakini batagete kusalia Africans bakore basali they are being. Omaite is like your mindset is already colonized. To events chitabu oise koba omo nyene. Yani otake your roots oba ayomo nyene. No de wachako ya roots lakini roots chia culture yao.
Yeah.
Na boko bo muntu nendo ukumi. Like ngugi wa thiongo tamenyeti na achiete siko akamenya taribo lakini bitabu byonse pia birigete geikoyo atara translate to English abana baye bamanyete geikoyo batara amanyegeso gesongo
amareta yonse yabiri na ya kiafrika
ogweanja nuko manya chinyencho chiyira emegiro chinsoni ebintu byonse bikoko make a whole person omugusi binte bikanga ntubwati bana bakwengenta for instance buna otigirwe maite binte bigocha na chitangu chigocha with the episodic discoveries of new lives
na ko adopt
new styles echichitarenge within our cultures igo mwari ko babaya mustadi kidogo how our people used to live more about fruits chitabu ati roots
Mr. Obino nchoboniga ikaro kongelezanga na bonko nyuma ko ignore love ko se feelings for someone lakini nyuma mna ndatomenya wia of which ikaro kata bange kine kia kagere is
the issue is not feelings eke gusi feelings were developed ekero montachire
okay tana kubodi bono
ubwanjani bwari kogiro ubwanjani tali nga kwa romondo kwa mwanja no teutongaini
okay bono chiko tebanga nintake ko tolerate ko tegera romonto ko korengera ligoro yomonto ntarancha nyuma tutara kuona ko sentara attracted to and then think about them in terms korengera ligoro ya marriage na ko
bono
take tonte ebi
modern thinking
take tonte ebi
western thinking
take tonte ebi na kenyuomo era function succeed egenerere abantu abatari gukwaniranga love abantu ababaretere kuru n'abantu babirabanga
erieta love ndiro ikigusi obwanchani omwencheri no mwinanti bari gutwara obwanchani ekero baretirwamo obwanchani bwabo ayekero kurigere couples of the past ntagitura arigeriri abagaka nabangina bamenyire around your home goes everywhere even your parents baikire bono nuba kombe naye na mukao nyakobwate
akong atambe tofauti enene
mbancha ine
bari bancha ine
ngotara bari amo ekero yo mata iyo yonde ukora na kurwara why
hono na kiki nkumetinga kwanda binga bari nga pengine mbacheti koriga
you see bantu baria tali street banyoranete ya tali matatume banyoranete ya abantu bari ibabwate responsibility korwa se their parents the root ekadena ariogendo nyarebe you will succeed in life otonyorera abana ento itekoreki kebe egenteke kiarenga mbona konyora abana continuity ekinkero bono
asai
twaicho iri abantu bemenyeti abasubati bamenyete na abaisya na ende bamenyete the same one house room usibakomenya in one room ngina no mwana paka omusacha obo mogotu bamenyete na ngina which was not there in our community. The same is applying to the opposite. Kwanyorera abaisi abasacha boli bakomenya na abana babo and they are even misbehaving with their daughters. That could not happen in our setup. Ebintu gwachaka kuruka love na abigo chaka ko gusarie ebintu ichi ni chitanguche mwachakire kunyoma your cousin sikiera kwa monyorete para mwari gwita ukamwanja nga rende bono nga bono bwanchani bwasoina we don't care what parents will say nga after all
tario ko kya woka ogosangi nga tore distance kurwa sabo ibudi ogosangi umuntu
mogotama
amangana na renta chiko jara te baba gosutata mangana na renta te bino nyumuru minto monene kero na inchi nkari biasera biara na nyoru muisiki na kikiri na lago tebi umuisiki umuyega ngo na tore feelings kucha sari ege ntongora ngere at my age noko monyuoma kero to ngere to kunyome ko bange nyomo ege nto gega tauni usangi bamura mu abamba meta usikazi ni cyayo subasu watu wa watu amanya ndi obwo puwa mate bwachaka igo chinga kingo cyo kumuiraka ngomuira buno muntu ntaite kunyuma usingo taita ata na likire nyangi ande twanda twakore nyangi twanywa mwana lakini shida sekari nturiko kora metini sita asiki option ni chiro ronga bona na bongo onye tindi happy na bongo divorce onye tindi umuzi koyo gosakare ta fauti nanda akagereto yare go chiaro chia in short marriage
in other words kwaro liriki ya kare yare ko koreri gas
kuna kororande lakini marriage na kiwono tata na mama bara toke bamenyira amo
emyake yons
50 or 60 years.
Yes, and they are still together.
They are still together.
Na ndibanje na baba nyorete ayoro che kwenda kwa bugoli they were not aware kwa bali kire nyangi they are not even aware. Are you telling me na
insoka
kuboli
na bairera banse seni
ngakibago seseni? That is another core where our parents are going wrong now because they are not able to control you. Yani tuamenyire chingaki omoiboria gochigona imokani ogechiu wirananire imotebi lakini onyo mwako muyana bako tena ya rotindo chigo semborongole but the fact is this okwari konyo mwana oliga ototebi na intu tumanye turarigia turamumanya tumanye gokoa go ahead mbale go ahead yasinjo kwa moreta rero never there is ngakibono ngokote ngotaka bali bamanyake about the person you are going to stay and spend your life with. It is not a joke. Marriage is not a joke. But this young generation is making it look like a joke. Marriage is not a contract. It's a lifelong thing from our roots. African mentality.
Wono buya tura point out TV gente ke mo so biro rante binga astoko genda wrong ni kia garanche
tuachire wrong konyoru Monte Street kumwancha na kumunyoma without history, without investigation. Tuachire very wrong kwa so independent that you take decisions on your own without a communal perspective. Otaliko ligererie go se bible ba omba igubuya go se chindu guchia nchigubuya I will take a decision you are personal. This independence is what has killed our society.
But I thought independence makes the whole thing better. After all,
guided independence in our culture. Mogaito, not in the sense of sleeping with her, because that is what comes first in your mind. Yes. Mogaito in the sense that she belongs to this community where she has been brought. Na endo immediately we inherit her. Abana ba ona abaito. I don't know, so no understand it. It was communal. Nkwalenge independent yokole bintu bya ebweka. No. There was a systematic structure you follow. Imu atigire go follow. Mwato chakire go to embarrass. Oko nyoma kwa nyoma kama paka kwa nyoma your daughter.
At this age, chino monto monene. Boniga marriage ose relationships ichi cho bwanchani buna to chiro karende kwatebire tutika mwana yo konya ko feelings ichire based on tukumira na town tukumira ni mitandao paka chi dating site nchiro chikuru kutinda chikuru kuze bumble dating site nchiro chinyinge okoro mwesike gari mwe interchange information probably koranga na rata kagote and you feel nga you know to crime or something you can decide moment na Tanzania gari moment na Mombasa from there next yoko muiranka and mostly ntoriko tumanyete ngaki kuna nche manyete nga umwana gakiniri gose boruya gose kibiri go muino nera kiniri kuna nkiniri ono mwana ntategemetia baiburi baye kumanyanga nanga ancho stako nganja kusina bwenera ko mukana stako mukana tindo cyose nintegemeta baiburi baye nono mwana nera twikirenga a decision yako make bunolio yo mo
good bunoko munyoma na mugutiga nayo because there is no attachment mitandao ni what attachment does it have any relativity to your origin and anything? Nothing. Nkwa igwe nago tebi mizizi wane gine ntoko bwatera igora na kindi kyo nsikego cha nembe na bage kwenda nembe na moko menya mutu ari umwana oyo mutigane ngoko iro mwana oyo in our community mwana tari koba ntakana mwana tari komenya tabwati baibuli
gento kirorogera se relationships Jones P nkagerete na wajira kirato kingira se chirichinkoro ande ngira se chichinyi lakini style to deal na kira kirenga
kirekeke
ekaro muswati banyoma nire waswacha kira komenya no musacha ngo sangiorenga umusacha tebanga omucha amukungu ya muchanda chande kabira gatatu akateba hapana tingo chande ko bogima have a life to live tingo chande kagoro muswati nga singe chuto bwato mwana ekinge ko gara mbutoro nga singe chande ke to mukungu ngeke konkore nyumba you let go of that
diri mwachagete obogo nkorwo bombwarengo
Riri pengine na tararo kitabias
ngaji atari kworokerie tabia
pengine karo twara go date
tari kworokieta onye nkwa bwato umuntu umanyite kurusobo bunangina bamenyire nangina koro kanga tago tebetie tabia yayi
okay
igo agwifu agoteina uyogocha goika na beiga obe psychologically prepared igocha goikagu na aye nori prepared kwanya no bwaterio iriogo ubugima bwagenderera
okay bana bina bya sambira umukungo yataite ko musacha nyomba kusina bwate michande ndiyonse erieta
your expression ino mukungo yataite ko musacha nyomba
yani pengine aro mwene equity ya chire gender equity ya buchire ibintu mbiro ora sanginga eresinge ja koreka sine ibintu mbiro murago sanire nyomba kusangi kuchumubanga yo no mutwe nyomba eroko ireiga kwatabanga teko kera mwana na watu kurenda turapati kusitako kera singe njina ko nyomba tanga kurusa ino ne nyangi nganchandeka se kwende kwatika 6 months later 1 year later you are pursuing another relationship otakere ko nyomba same thing umukungu oli agoche in marriage kamanyete nga musacha njitako tago nchanda kusitako korra gento kete tago challenge tago korra gento kete anchira bongo murutura mapoko nso kengende ngore
those are effects of modern life
bono ase chi marriage chinkoro chibangira na waiburi iyar ko perfect rio ko kusinkiye ko gara banta babaro botari kurutira na mapoko bagenda
they were ekeromokore tuamo commitment yo abantu na abangi babete committed manya kuruisigani kuruiso korunyoko korusokoro korunyokokoro na balibo you see there are so many people you are committing into this marriage so you will not want to let these many people down in the case of a difference mbara abatanga ni bali gotebigo onyu wete bakigamba kigo sinya kiagenda another step kigo sinya kiagenda another step nkiabwate steps paka chigo chago ikaso gote na bono tigana chiombe gete chira nibwe na gento ite geko ekoro kubwatirana na inki kiagera which was very rare iki abantu bare tirwa mu community omokungu ako make sure tari koleti bantu babo down ya otherwise bantu bakunywa mkurusobo omosacha ako make sure goikare ndo monto yobuya otherwise mbangwa
monto tagusiganu
gochagu so that mutual responsibility and mutual respect brought about stability in marriages, which is not there now.
In short, you're saying marriage was communal.
Yes. It was not your activity alone.
Obogore tieri tari kenyoro ri gesaku tari ngocho gutosariri
abona agichore samora wanyomire sara ange mwachire gochiauna igo momere independent kuru mwana na kiago cha kugingeru
abangana bunai
yani to show nga you belong somewhere omotoyo kogiro kurunsa igo bwatemerinsa ogokina ngora togocha kubekera omotemeri gora bone kimwakorire mwabekire miteme emerigora you are hanging
noroche no mwagasomi guna baibuli ne chi emeyegeri kwara goteba yare kororokana kurwo bware gotire bintu ebyo mwana gutwara chinga kimogoita chenchi nabagaka kuna gosoma
the responsibility yaba inculcated into you
na values gotira
yes
njobrandega ninchiete school ninchiete bware bintu nata tukubiare nge basic na ngote bibire ono tumaite no mbono ki bantu bagagote nande na gerete nkatinchiete nyagitara keni bintu byo kana tebetu nando mondoro konte imu bro minto monene bona yaturi ko so room ya mama nando turi ko
na quite reasons
tanga reason ikine ke ante
that is where failure starts
bona turi ko genda turi ko room ya mama basic ibintu gete sini ni sana
in our culture the structure was simple musacha iso tari gocha buo kikwanyomire iso no musacha I am summarizing na bakorige mukao ne riso ligesacha so to avoid those small mistakes tari gocho nyokora koreki nyokoracho and these things were there, they were called taboos eketoli gokora ekekora bono kwabeiro musacha inkiogosoera sinyoka gokora ibintu biaye asako bisa ibintu bia inkiogosoera honestly ora abase kumanyarure bosa that was a taboo tubwene dikonyora nyokole bosa ibintu bikebike tori goikaransa chikoni ase nyokare ora abase goguti
ora gante ikoro komo isurumba
ora abase goguti
base ko bachania chibachane
wana ebintu mbire byari gutangwa mbikoraki
mbikorekana
bireto bosoku yes
bono eke riswari yari ngenga estari yari mwana gosoma nje nisomete insomiri bintu gose ne bibero riko na mari asobware ninjide school
ngwete tiweke igoro
ekigoro nje
Akiota amanyire tigoro yenyuomo
anege tugitimbe kiringande
igotobeti responsible
bono
totebiri ko bomusacha
nanjire tungana bongo itachingo ko karo
toigeti ko bomusacha igobono totebiri no musacha ariga no busacha no
ni nachire
okunachwa there is something I want you to understand. It's a certificate. No no so amete sukuru okaegwe degree yao so okaegwa certificate ya form 4 una waitira matemo our informal education kwari go so migu buno wocha koba a responsible husband and grandfather with certain responsibilities kwagenda nacho ekero kwasomi gwigente kia erire kwamanya kwarukigwo okwaruka okwarenge both physical and mental. So your mental capacity yabuguri ebintu byonse biwakoraki kwaba trend bigocha gukorenda for the whole of your life. Aspects kwaba taught aspects cho boybody responsibility, how to behave to your mother-in-laws, how to behave to your father, continuity.
Ikonga okwaruka is not only a say actiri.
No.
Okwaruka no ko
is a system of transforming you from one step to another. Ekibono geta iyo formal education killed our informal education. So that is why muleme chande yeime, in short. And I think I appreciate the government for bringing in CPC and the culture aspect. I was reading school curriculum from one, what they are studying. They are reading about African culture and prospects to African culture and how it can be brought up into the system of education to educate the young people to understand who they are. In Africa, gayism, lesbianism could not even arise, could not even be imagined. Ndiyo, because inke aliko ba imagine, yani monto ngaki how. When you have gone through systems, you have understood the structure. You cannot come out. You come out, you are that is abomination. Yes.
Ono igwa masomo ya tubwate nche kinginyorete ne kinawata ikora bware alafu oche school ngoso mikutware nge bintu bisinini sana biko kwanu yani there maybe abarimu bachese kinsa chitari cha maths, English, Swahili or something ne meganinde tu ya literature yoko tema gotukini ke Africa but inkegrete wana ya oko study oko kwana ko nyaring sufficient nyaring enough go to prepare for the life.
There is interaction of the past and the present, and there is the focus for the future. These interactions, they destroyed our past. They destroyed your mindset. Colonize your mind, superior, to make your things look inferior
and
unacceptable, satanic. When in actual sense, it was not satanic. They were very organized. Bagataka go destroy, which they succeeded, our organization. Because when a group is organized, it is very hard to
govern them.
They are strong. But when you separate them, it is very easy. So in matters intellectual, they destroyed our mindset. And that is why we are saying, Africans, we must think. We must think.
Specifically, marriage. I think marriage is young generation. Most of the information, story movie.
And online, you never listen to your parents.
Story online. Maybe when superior.
Yes.
And modern.
Yes. Na I want to find that query.
And then to kanabuna njaboni ganto kanengo tebia bamuraweke gorikia nenga nanyore to musbati keta sigete tinamo kwanera lakini ndakete kogendaka ntebitata ni chianko chiane bande kora chunguza ndakete barasa kabo
nki bako gasekere. You see ingota gete komenya
ninje ntata komenya no musbati usana kikwabore
bona rende to gukora investigation ni sign utaramureta nyumba kana gotena everything is in the root. Abaibuli bawo na bwenya sai ya intangani na muibuli yota kugutakira mabi ikina kibwenete kumanya muibuli you will want you to live better than him in very many aspects.
Bona information yeye tokonyora kurwase online igento kende kutufundisha na movies from Western culture maybe ndobinde igento kende kutufundisha ngeringa promote sana independence na equity ngere promote the Beyonce igento abantu abange to reasonary na ro to konyanchira maybe neringa in that old way of life ekaro kwaletrega you are not only responsible to your wife. You are responsible to your parents, to their parents, to the society. You may end up pretending over suffer or save a marriage or serious. Like in the morning, you can make a decision. I'm not happy. Go. So it's solely independent.
It was a responsibility. Responsible does not mean a burden.
But who are you responsible?
Kuba responsible does not mean that is a burden. It is a responsibility. And if you grow without responsibility, you think you are independent to do what you want, and then you go against our norms, that is wrong.
Because that it makes
no
sense.
No, to our independence here key. It doesn't make sense if your independence is not constructive in your life.
Mr. Obino, it makes sense. It is okay. I will be in a marriage where I'm suffering.
Why are you suffering? Why should you suffer in a marriage? Because marriages were not meant for suffering. They were meant for procreation and social life. Ceremonies. So don't just say suffering. Origin of suffering, there must be an ingredient.
Wow.
We have looked at marriage. Everything rotates around it. Your well-being rotates around it. You feel happy. You feel good. Provide to that home. You feel good. So the joy of marriage is feeling good that you are bringing henceforth abantu nyasaye akoreteki atebete naye gukoru ense yo nyore gwatigire gesako wone nchire mo behave oroje ngesako kimo ja gututigera.
Oh no, I think we need maybe a organizing gakiende tutuarenga tuchakre sana so buare bintu kibia bantu bare ko so buare pitari ko koraki pitari ko so to commit in the culture bintu kibi bare ko so vita yobonika bintu kibi bare ko so waso ese ENYUOMO vita yobonika we can make a difference. And of course our parents na rabonita ke kumbanyanga inki ke gete bakatika ko play their roles effectively.
By the way, I want to tell you something. In this kana Western and modern world, bachakire irani bikoro byabo yani respect eri achakire kuirana bachakire kwebe kaboronge and they are doing well. Into bari babachete, we are the ones who are not doing what?
Not doing well.
Who are not doing well in marital affairs. Stabilities in marriages is there because they are following their structures. Lakini into a saying to borrow from everywhere, to borrow Europe, to borrow from America, to borrow from Asia. We are borrowing from everywhere. We are confused.
We are a cocktail of cultures.
Yes. And you see, when we are a cocktail of cultures, prosperity will lack because Ntobu at streamlined the way of action. No, to react to events and situations. It's not the same.
Yeah, that's true.
And the minute I go to Rabali, Mondonaro Kuru Heinstein.
Heinstein.
Eotebetena. Onya nobody. Naki and Suela Firia Kereru Siri Roche, at everywhere no mote.
Toye judge ke roje ruseti rojo ke veke
okanye eri no mote gose e manki onye rusi mote igoro onye ire roche ngariora robo liri bwai. So where we are into the mix up of chinsui chinechi manki echo ntobu at structure
to whether to swim, to whether to fly, to whether to correct.
Yes.
So Mr. Obino, what can you say in regard to this? Have a number of already teenagers below 20 years. Lakini ukumosangi umwano yako kwa kile story bako convincing I'm in love.
Bono ikaba they are the majority. The problem ni tuakwa non societal issues and feelings and needs and independence. Abaibuli babono batigira abana bagutiga abana in at the age of 6-7 abana bachire boarding school. Boarding school yago create independence ya whatever. Okoruo a college or say university o yumoino. Wana kero mwana ago ika 20 years igari independent thinking. Are you following? So a structure ya bono nero ya saliri. Mwana no anyam feelings towards parents tabuati ikera tanya komenya nabu taba manyiti
tabuati relationship
tabuati relationship. Wana ko ende university yoko nyora nyaruke ndiko soko nya mumuronde relationship yaba very strong very fast bachasika baguchaka komenya bamenya banyora omwana oyo omo gosi babere yaera
akara ikirichinga kichiri bonada maybe
yaera
chaidia chajirichinga
bonekera achakire kobo omonto omone nonyora na ono bwana naringi relationship yakoraki ya develop some kwirene negatives chichura mangana yo koraki aera nomaite yabuneke gusimo saja tare komenya na mukungu nyomba
ati otebanga musacha tata kire komenya na mukungu nyomba
how can you stay no mukungu anya gutia gukoro ego go dimin
bako mukabo
ego go dimin understand ego go dimin mukawa ari kobera asa koroshie ndagira asa ari free gukora gasi yaye naye puno musacha ogosacha naye kwaringe free komoretera okoroseria akurendera abana akurendera igisako majorly that was responsibility lakini maite bono life has changed muka ngokora ari gas naye ngokorori mwayiboire omwana mwamutigire maid maid yebone ko ba close no mwana gukobwa are you aware okina ne chimbu che maid
tari che
ogo chigo ike miaka ene etane sister kwa mwirebo omwana onoyo
oyo gona DNA yo
omwana onoyo
DNA yo gera prove character teyo tamanyeti what
love omwana nabwate love ako chigo twali ntanga no monta ako cha community go sini university na college chekera abire teenager
wow
I don't know if you are understanding me
bon oko sanginga oko ba deprive of attention and love
yes
karabare abake bona the moment I kira say jigeta tabwati atari kurendu mono
yes
they will easily
yes
raisi sana konyorango
yes na ende in that the repercussions are many omwana na bago so amaru anyu guidance tiyo omwana na bago so drugs asoro omwana na bago so obumalaya obokembi aso complete omuisi na bago so ebintu gite na bago kori ebintu gite bitari gukwaneka because they lack that structure of inculcation of responsibility and majority, how you grow into a man, how you grow into a woman with social responsibilities. Echibono chitaiyo. We are reckless and don't care. And the moment we are reckless and we are not caring about present and future, ntobu a degeneration. Most people, most of you young people, mubegete chirongi, lakini umotuna bakungu.
Okay.
Yes, because of your type of reasoning and responsibility. Nebisaka nembiro biko bachinyaruka biachaka guthinki egesacha.
Yeah.
So nabarabwo bali kuchikuigwana na musacha nyomba. Because we have not been brought up with the responsibility to understand ourselves and who we are, where we are coming from, and where we are going. So, there is fire within the community. A lot of fire. Socially, in the cocktail of diversity of cultures.
Again, to care about teenagers, very in love. Mwisi kenaro ore young, paka sa inga gritare since 17 years. Egatoka nanga ochira komenya na muswati umwabo. Muswati umwabo na renare young. Ta kunyara komo control mono. The parents were so strict, but awara mbaringe present ikarago kina buya. Bono mwisi koyo, kara mwisi ko mwabanga ndenche ko mokwanira against ko jaka ko fall in love at that tender age. Nkacha kurealize ngarenge in love
with you.
No. Not with me. Luckily, not with me. But I'm in love no more sani ondone. Or three more sani with somebody I knew. Exeke
Elieto Mosani be using it carefully.
Ewana chire koranga diandire nga. Omonto manyete. Ekanongo muri from my perspective. Tindo chiko so mwisi ko na attracted. So monto kegera are no monene kumubwa by far. Akwa kachinya sore bubepi. A drunkard most of the time. And tariko korana wangas how he finds his money and how he survives tariko makes sense totally kerana chito kwa ndo mweze koyo it was easy for me to discourage even on the person nyumandara changa it's wrong go in love at your age ante betike ndekemo nchige sengi boru onde tayo
onyako ngancha
buno
uno monto ya nganchite
onde tayo na kon tegera buno ya kon tegera pero montare gare ready con judge but yo
finished
mate at that point na wada mangana mange na mate tia
in my teaching career I came across such girls and such boys in the community ikina kike nago tebino moipuri yenaro present provision inchiro enyomba ga chitengi ya chigari inchiro chiko ira bane school paka omaete na beko enda puna chi driver na nature maid na bwa baibuli baba na mwana otali kutwara attachment nonya na baibuli bai na bande tanya kubaru mwaka ko ogenda ochakwera no send 2 months omwana okindire tanya komora wonu muntu go show love to this baby
mwana no buntu buri bosinyo bakira gitu kono yo ndagate
oyo ko show that love nere bako attached igo mwana buno wateba it's not new, it's not unique. That is happening in our community. One. Lakini you see, when you compare it with our former structure of lifestyle, omwana arengo yokero muntu. Ki omwana are village, kiro muntu amurende. So there was a lot of attachment. Parenthood was at maximum. Bono nero. So most of the problems of the young people we have is as a result of what? Obo menyi bwabo no. Social structures ichimukuru modern. Na independence yimwateba na equity yimwateba. So those kind of things have affected.
Ni take ko gorera na nero ngoli gatora gambo igure equity. Yimwate na ero manga na birenda kuburi. Lakini riri bono. Ekero togosangi generation bintu mbona go change bire generations ibintu bwenda to go change na ndabo nigege ntukire tubwate kenge sana are single parents, especially single mothers.
Single parenthood igo yachire because of what you claim to be independent, and this is a result of social irresponsibility. Most of these people are the ones we have talked about already. Inchirabaki bakina by the time mwago cha konyoro bolito akubyara kusako nyoro mwana konyetara ikira ngaki ya social responsibility eyanya kweta out of what you are terming as love, lakini ekiama go cha komomekia cha ko mature ekerago cha ko mature manyakonya na is in the wrong relationship ochaka go pull out utigara ko single because ata ite ko independent olendo omwana ole single. There is no balance. Omwana oyo ole single nero mulenda bunalende tu nero muire boarding ere bunale single.
It's even worse.
Tarochi any need of marriage.
Ta coin still values jamari.
Values tachiro chipie kiara igakini with a single parent. Naenda obere independent. So about a good family, about the antabakuragramu igako yuchi story. He didn't experience it. And that is where we are heading, which is very dangerous. So, as a community of elders, we are trying to see what social responsibility is. So when we start this, come on board and assist as a foundation. Yes. We have no future. We have future in these people. Tindo chiko sinoro.
Anya torega store boniga. Emiaka 15 gochubutu. Ekarona ndeke kori kindi
kiachire.
Getegete kere.
Onye ntori go chiko bairani to the root. We shall have fruits. Chitabu atikala.
Wana tari roots choka. Njibu atikala.
Njigo tuara kala, njigo belong to anywhere, njiyo. In other words, there is ending something. Yes. There is a community ending.
Oh, no.
That is another world.
You can talk about some years, like 3, 4, 5 years ago. Kiara kuwa na research ya Oxford University. Waragotebanga ekigusis among the languages. Chira likely go face extinction.
Because we are not talking it.
Now realizing by the time we go face as a language go face extinction, there are so many
things that will go with it. Yes.
Even before the day there are so many things.
Marriage could have gone.
The values.
Naming could have gone. Social values could have gone. Core values of the community could have gone. Historical virtues could have gone. And all that.
Wow.
We shall be reading yourself in history.
And I know
if possible, even you are acting. Act some of these stories, Chiakare, to preserve them. So that our future generations will see how well our people used to live.
I work on moteri na ne actor na ne I work on mwenye ko ne institution as a culture yeto egachiri. So while we have you, while we have us, tegete na no moteri. Wala ko tebe kitabu ngire na so mete kira ko kombinata a good person's story is kept in a song.
Yes.
Tigango to teme ko keep as much as possible. Kekara by the time language ito na mono takunyara ko ne ke usikere fluent. I know bintombiro rata ke kon tebi otanyara go translate.
When you talk about virtues kept in a song. Is there a song you have in mind? You might the values Chire kept in it, and how it was transferred from a generation to another. What are two ways to see?
She's very young.
Sing it.
Mosaiga si very young. Si very young. Do you to mundo ko baya baya?
Go say whatever na kuma. Sing it.
Mosaiga si very young. Mosaiga si very young. Ai.
Ninki. Ninki.
To mundo ko baya baya.
Do you know the meaning yoko baya baya?
Waya ni muntu tari settle there samo kuna weta itazangi.
Na boko tero kwa minute go.
Karata.
Si velionge. Aye si veliong omosaiga. Ai. Omosaiga si velionge. Gaki si veliong omosaiga. Ai. Mosaiga to wa muntu. Kakito wa muntu kobaya baya. Mosaiga muntu kobaya baya. Tamanyitia si chiakalise irie. That is inculcating responsibility. So oyotare ngegeti kolisia tabwene retiko sibirigwa amabera aya matangani. Aya turasibira ye nindutware nge kolisia. Oyotaje te kolisi na intwe. This is talking about responsible and irresponsible people. So it is in a song. So we work together. Yes. Orio tali na intwe igako ba close out. Maambia nere go ikagende geti.
Katero kuna kuko
responsibility.
To muntu kubaya baya. Ta kumanya se cha korereki. Se cha kalise iri.
Mominchorimi tanga ni moseraibu. All that is language. Song is language.
And these other
sayings and riddles and all these are language. Enogo.
Enogo yomusi.
Kyoko noga ebiri bintoko noga mbiri bigo bigwetana ine. Igo ngotigara bire. Bono tutanoga igo.
Bono imagine one a day. A day. Ogo sangi gusieke enogo iteyo matera ya tayo. Abana baroro nombre kunyara ko bwata mangana ya nike gusi. Ngakyora nyara go pass no.
That is a doomsday.
Ngakyoko nyara go pass no.
Obuyambo ni natin kobo.
Taribu ya kiagara, you will not die a happy man.
So that is why I'm saying, even these songs, can we have a session of working on them? Describing the meaning and having it stored in a way as I inheritance, we call them intangible heritage.
Heritage, yeah. Wana singe njuntu kwa tino ene nini nekekoroku. Tuba tino ni museum ya culture yetu. Wana ntoko ro.
We are trying. Governments will do it in counties. Government will do museums. These museums are supposed to enable people relive their past and understand their present and look forward for a future. So people are reliving. If you have not noticed, there is cultural tourism where people want to find their roots. Americans are looking for their homes. Black Americans are coming to Ghana, they're going to Nigeria, they're coming to South Africa, even in East Africa, looking for their roots. Because your root is very important. You belong, you feel good. Lakini yekerole mbeo igoro you don't belong anywhere. Already tunda. Libuate chintetere chitabuati kala. Ikianga yugo chiko chisimeka nowhere.
Wow.
So that is what I can say.
I think go and change this style. Enchiri yao ya culture and change this style. Singing whether we like it or not, we belong.
Yeah.
Karato belong etia saiga. Anything else toko kora.
Like kirito kekerecha.
Kerecha.
Ekerecha is the spiritual transformation of the past, present, korunyuma go chabono to the future. Yebana.
No chonga.
It's a spirit.
Getting related na naming. No chonga te nada.
All that, yes.
Whether we like it or not, you can give stock kora. You can copycat it. Even you can kora according to the roots.
Yes.
In a copycat, and maybe like.
Kwari ko mwana then ekero na rengo mwana. Uno musagotera. Ube inkani wa babe ekero na rengo mwana. Ube inkani wa inkani wa timbaze kulia mara baba. Talia baba amara. Baba is an expression. Inkaniwa. Timbaze kulia mara baba. Inkaniwa. Timbaze kulia mara. Inkulia mara. Obe nintamwe baito. Inkulia mara. Obe nintamwe. Ngachigotiga ye baba. Ngachigotiga. Kulia mara ye baba. Ngachigotiga. Nintamwe yendero. Ngachigotiga. Ndire konaro mwana nche tatera ntebya yaragachulisye ndisya boira kandire ko banyenyire bangani ngatindia mara bangani ngatindia mani bangani ngatindia ntango lindero. Do you know the aspect of this song? It was teaching responsibility. Lili abaisi bako yenda geti kolisi ba nkora itabarenge chimboli. Na bakuri. Lakini bakanina mararo nyama yanda mokoraki mulia. Why? Inyama yanda kago sambuga igere very sweet.
Arana ken.
Bono babunache banyerie baitire chimboli yeti obokabara. So it is teaching responsibility. Oyekeraki nabo monena riachi tego discover
na kiwa mwari
gutukana na kitu ari gukanirigu nere bono keep that secret for another generation. So in song also was our values.
Wow.
Love yabagaka njarengo umugaka kiwe igwana no mongina kibaso kiri abantu relationships of what we have been discussing with you. Ogatera nkuri musareti sindigiso mwana bo
kunyi motara gendo kutusareti no matenche miake yans pinatere to basa kolia maraba aba bono ngumingyo yara kadeba ndia maria maraba abangaki.
Yeah, no, it was not
like
an
expression.
Exclamation.
Baba. Yani
baba.
To basa kukuna.
Exclamation.
Na understand.
All right. Sindigityo katerang
sindigiso mwana bomoyo esiri ya wagaka wa Ewananga. Yanate. Tara wayo. Obe. Sindigiza. Ewananga.
Nagira moiri. Momura. That song basically is a replica of Enchira abagaka nabagna banchaine. Omugako yokurukumoyo was a famous village person, leader. maete chikura chiaka atari chikura chiabono lirio obogambi bwarenge ase kwerende obogambi bwarenge ase family bokorwa family bwache ekenyoro igo bono there is a way ekero omonto abeire omuyako akomanyekana and it is kept in song omogako ari koruka omwoyo
sindigisa omwana bumwoyo esiri y'abagaka baetabananga
ayo momuro oyo omogaka omwoyo arenge omogaka osikire ekenyoro onyomeretiwe tindigiti no mwangi no orwete bonyari bari ekero omogaka omwoyo asira obwanchani buri bw'abantu omwangi nagatigara bweka omwangi nakiare bweka kana tigoete emechi y'abana baye ase bachiete ekiara na oboiri bwa echiombe oboiri bw'echiombe oragera onyagoeta ekiara abanto naiborete inkiakobera bweka ogoeta koria korwirianyi gochi isugusu gochi masaba gochi chache ase abairi ari goeta akabengero ekero abengera agate those are social values cause
igatari sindigisa
sindigisa neki mwatorera kero kwanyura gento geteiga ono to make it fit the occasion yeke go sindigisa mwarenge ono mugana nsindigisa ekore tindigiti
karatera ngotero
tindigiti okare bwo mwoyo osiririo omogaka omoetaro kana gotara tindigiti okare bwo mwoyo osiririo omogaka omoetaro anagotara tindigiti ng'aibona rure ere bunanga tindigiti orure masaba ere bunanga tindigiti gochia amasongo ere bunanga tindigiti kororo omoiri ere bunanga tindigiti omoiri bw'echiombe ere bunanga tindigiti omoiri bw'eng'ombe ere bunanga tindigiti okare bw'omwoyo osiririo omogaka moetaro anagotara tindigiti okare bw'omwoyo osiririo omogaka omoetaro anagotara tindigiti tingokorera agu
kande echisokoro chiane pole gento naterire emiaka eyonsi gento kiri narealize ngiri ko make sense sindigisa omwana bw'omwoyo esiri y'abagaka osiririe omogaka esiri
yes. So that is what I'm telling you. There is a way we should document the original things before tutaraenda tutigira abandi bache kunya kumanya obomaene.
I feel guilty.
Aira ugacha narinda tomba narinda ngaye aruira kubacha.
Aira tomba chama. Yo tuko kabeko kabo wa siasa. Wana jeke ntonginyo tinga aya yomba chanyambati na
mwasaliria matera ito. We shall have a discussion on that one in our next round.
Thank you. We have lost it as far as marriage and relationships is concerned. Wana tokogendra ko contribute the small way we can to ikiras to correct more people on board to discuss so that even to bikunya go drop keke mo bibire bitatu kusangina na maskani ari wate abaya e familio katayo nyomo chiko gendera to kini abana bare
disikani iri ari kurwa nsensoni nensoni yari kurwa semegiro nemegiro are unwritten constitution of our survival.
Biamon, it's been a pleasure yet again to hang out tonight.
Good.
Biamon. So, abantu baminto disikani yari kurwa sensoni yari kurwa emigiro yari kurwa se ebintu yandra kumanyana kibibangire but I've learned a lot and don't see asomoro yo kwadire program tari toko past time ebintu biko matter because inkaki chia chenchiri and we have a responsibility, you and I, to make sure that the next generation ne wate a semblance of what we as Abagusi or Africans wow to igegetwe as to igegetwe ngakitwa better setup so can record in NDIZI TV na ndi mbia mono tumirane na Mr. Obino ritukorinde ne program chinyingi chigenderete. You'll keep watching till next time.
Ine wabere gukurigia ng'ayura nyore ebintu bya nyomba buna bono chimesa amo nebirugo elio enyomba yao esaserie Neyland Furniture nalyo lichibuli yao mbabwate ebintu biri bya nyomba buna bono chisofa set chechingencho echichiro isire nobumanyi bwigoro mbabwate chisofa set bono buna recliner sofa set mbabwate modern sofa sets echo chiri chechikala nabwigo chiro serie materials chechi size mbabwate dining tables, TV stands, wall units, wall decoration chechingencho bwigo mbabwate chinsa echo chikomeka buya echo rabeke asenya siyao iko bagotuka aschinsemo chiri cha Uhuru Power Headquarters lirongo litangani imeyumu chobosogo bwigo mbabwate orusegeronde asakuru kwa Mega City Plaza imeyumu chulio Kisumu asamange akisimbwetera senamba enoti saronebire eyemo enoti inye eyemo inye isaronebire inye gose enoti saronebire isaronesato ibere inye eyemo inye isaronebire inye. Neyland Furniture, simply elegant for quality home and office furniture.